So this is number 1 on the FIP quiz. So we know that work equals the force doing the work times distance. Now, remember my whole, like, I have an inherent distrust of authority, and so the book says things like F cosine theta, yeah. I like to look at each situation and determine if, in fact, the cosine of the force is the thing that is doing the work. So I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to write my distance here. Note that I did not put that as an arrow coming out of my object because that's what we do in free body diagrams. Please don't do that. Arrows denoting motion should appear above or below the object so that you don't confuse yourself. Well, what is this force? Force of gravity. We said gravity was doing the work. Is it all of gravity? No. Only part of the gravity. FGX is on the same axis as the motion. FGY is doing no work whatsoever because it's not sinking down into the surface. So FGX is doing all the work. Well, I went ahead and did this. Work divided, oh, I'm looking for distance, right? So work divided by force of gravity on the x equals distance. There's my angle theta. So work divided by force of gravity sine theta equals distance. Whoops. Work divided by mass gravity sine theta equals distance. Not a whole lot of people got that one right. Inherent distrust of authority comes in handy. Cosine my tuchus. Trust the situation. Look at the situation. Do your own interpretation. So don't just trust that it's cosine. And I saw a lot of people who just wrote, you know, F cosine, like force of gravity cosine. Well, that's the y-axis of gravity. It's not doing anything. Okay. For number 2, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to let somebody else present.